into the trap. C. What are the traps that Satan has plotted in your life? If you are like the rest of the world, you have struggles. There are certain temptations that always catch you. Maybe you've toyed with the idea that God is the one who gives you the shell. That thought really is a trap of the enemy. If he can make you doubt God, he is gaining ground in your heart, because when you start doubting God, you start not believing him and not trusting him. Please stay alert of this devil's trap. James 1:13-15 says, 13 Let no one, when tempted, say, it is God who is tempting me. Because God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. 14 On the contrary, each person is tempted when his own evil desires drag him down and seduce him. 15 Then when desire has conceived, it begets sin, and sin, when it is consummated, gives birth to death. A New Testament case. 2 Timothy 4:9-10 says, 9 Do everything you can to come to me as soon as possible. 10 For Demas, for the love of this world, has abandoned me and gone to Thessalonica. To understand this passage, we need to understand Paul's situation. In this context, 1. First of all, he is in his last season of his life. Now, his great ministry is to prepare the next generation of pastors and evangelists. Timothy is a good example, as is Titus, Crescentus and Tychicus. 2. Secondly, Paul is currently in prison. Therefore, he expressed his desire to see Timothy. He also feels very alone, even abandoned by one of his apprentices. His name is Demas. B. Why did Demas abandon Paul? The scriptures say for the love of this world. The roaring lion was hovering around him, studying him, observing him and waiting for the perfect moment to attack. He attacked it and then devoured it. We don't know what the trap was. We don't know exactly that he distracted Demas, but we do know that he believed Satan's lie. He began to not believe God. He abandoned his teacher. He abandoned his calling to satisfy a sinful craving. C. Paul also had the option of leaving the ministry. He could have said, I can't take it anymore. Everyone has abandoned me. Even Alexander, the blacksmith, has harmed me. 2 Timothy 4:14. I cannot anymore. I want to live the rest of my life in peace without any conflict. In verse 16, Paul said, No one supported me, but everyone forsook me. What would you do? 242. In a similar situation, would you abandon God? Would you believe the lie that God has abandoned you? Be careful with those thoughts. Practice self-control, and stay alert. D. At that moment, the enemy was staring at him ready to pounce. Even Paul, a giant of faith, an apostle, was not exempt from the attacks of the devil. E. I want you to notice verse 17. Notice how he remained alert. How he practiced self-control. But the Lord was at my side and he gave me strength so that through me the preaching of the message could be carried out, and all the pagans could hear it. And I was delivered from the mouth of the lion.